couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons. Hey there, Lick and Riffers, how are you doing? Welcome to another full fingerstyle arrangement lesson right here on Lick and Riff, in which we'll learn a full fingerstyle arrangement I made especially for you guys and girls of Beauty and the Beast, or how I like to call it, the story of these two. Anyway, first I'm going to play it for you so you can see and hear how it goes, and then we're going to break it down lick by lick, note by note, finger position by finger position, with tabs right here on the screen as usual. It goes like this. Enjoy. Okay, so you start with this, okay, and then you put on the F chord. So it's on the third string, and you play a slide from 1 to 2, okay, just for an embellishment instead of just playing. Okay, you play, okay, to make it sound guitaristic. So a slide from 1 to 2 on the third string, then 3, 0, 2, okay, and then you put on the F chord, and you play strings 6, 5, and 4, or just 4 and 6, okay, the F note here on the 4th string on 3 is what's important, so, okay, and you just arpeggiate it any way you see fit, just a simple arpeggio, okay, just a couple of notes out of the chord, anything works here, okay, even just this, or if you want to know what I did this. Which is basically lifting the bar so I can open the third string, right? For this. This is F sus2. So basically, I was playing this line, and then I played the F as I showed you, and then I just played chord, note, and the chord I was playing is strings 3, 4, and 6, and then the 5th string as the note. Then I did the same with the open 3rd string. And then I played strings 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and hammered on 2 on the 3rd string, 0 to 2. Okay, no need to bar because I'm not playing strings 1 and 2 here. So that's what I did. Okay, and then, okay, or just, so that's just what I chose to play at the beginning. You can play something completely different. Okay? And play the open E string there for a second. the B string. You can create any sort of arpeggio you like. But what's important here is to keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. No reason to get pyrotechnical. Then you can do it again. Okay, just an arpeggio. Just pick notes out of the chord. Then you start the verse. You start the verse with F still, but I like to dissect it and not play the barred version anymore because we need the open E string. So I put 1 and 2 on strings 2 and 3, okay, with the thumb on 1 on the 6th string. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can do this. Okay, and then you have the F major 7. Now, you can just let go of the 6th string completely and play an F major 7 with 3 on the 4th, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3. And then you have this. Okay? But it might sound a little bit strange if you played the low F note at the beginning. So I suggest you do this. Okay? It's pretty simple actually. 1 and 2 on strings 2 and 3 with the thumb on the 6th string on 1. And then you just arpeggiate it. So it's just strings 3, 2, 1, and you can play the bass with the first note. Okay, and then 1 on the first string. Now this was a pretty complex explanation for a pretty simple lick. It's just an F major 7 arpeggio, but there are always options when you play fingerstyle, and that's what I'm here for, to show you the options. Then you play G minor over C, okay? And here we have a couple more options. You can either put 3 fingers on strings 2, 3, and 5, all on 3, okay? And then you just have to be careful not to play the D string, the 4th string, and then you have the open E string, which is nice. Right? And then you arpeggiate it, and this gives you this interesting sound. Or you can bar the 3rd fret, okay? But whatever you do, if you put 3 fingers on or bar the 3rd fret, just make sure that you're playing strings 3 and 5 first, okay? To get this, because this is the end of the line. Okay? And then you can arpeggiate. Now, if you have the open E string, it sounds like this. And if you have the barred 3rd fret, it sounds a little bit different. Okay? And you can also add 5, 3 on the E string if you want to be bold about it. Okay? But whatever you choose to do, you need to end on C7. Okay? C7, a C chord with 3 on the 3rd string. Okay? And you just play the chord. Okay, you can strum it if you like. Now, let me show you how it sounds with both options, with 3, 3, and 3 on strings 2, 3, and 5, or the barred 3rd fret. I'll show you both. Right? Or, sorry. Right? And I also play the open 2nd string at the end there, but you don't have to. You can come up with your own style. The next line starts exactly the same way, okay, the same F line. Then you do have to bar the 3rd fret for G minor over C again, but this time you do have to play the E string. Okay, so that's the last note of the line. So you play strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. Last time it was 3 and 3 on strings 3 and 5. Now it's all 3s on strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. Got it? Then, again, arpeggiate however you like, and then you put on a D7 shape on 5, 4, 5. And you keep the bar on. This is F7. Okay, and you just play it. So, okay, they just play the chord. And then I like to do this. Okay, so it's all harmonized. And it's all on the same frets anyway, so why not? You do the D7 shape, you play strings 1, 2, 3, and 4, you let go of the D7 shape and play 3 and 3 on strings 1 and 3, okay, so it's... Then you put on 5 and 5 again on strings 1 and 3, you slide it to 8, and you play that. So you get 5, 3, 5, 8. Okay? And remember, the F7 is the first note. Okay? So naturally, that wants to resolve itself, and the next chord is D minor over A. Now you can play it like this. Okay? But this sounds a little bit dirty. So I prefer to end it here. Okay? Which is a little cleaner. Okay? And this time I did write down an arpeggio on the tab. It's 6 and 5 on strings 2 and 3. Okay? And I play the second string along with the fifth string. And then I play strings 3, 1, 2. Okay? So you get this. Okay, got it? A really nice atmospheric chord with a lot of air, a lot of space inside it instead of the closed D minor. So, okay? Just 2 fingers, 6 and 5 on strings 2 and 3, and you play strings 2 and 5 together, then 3, 1, 2. Okay? Nothing fancy, but it does sound fancy. It's just 2 fingers. Okay, economy of movement. Then you're still on the same position, and you need to play 6, 5, 6 on the second string and 5 on the first string. So it's right, and you play it with the D string, okay, as your bass note. Okay, you just play the D bass string along with the first 6 on the second string. Then you put on B flat. Now, if you want to put B flat close by, you just put the bar on 6, E shape, and you play, okay, the 6th, 5th, and the 4th strings, okay, because this is the note on the D string, just like the first one. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's, okay, if this sounds a little too fat, okay, because it's fat strings, so if this sounds a little bit too fat, you can just play 3, 3, 1 on strings 3, 4, and 5. Okay, just a B flat 5 chord. Okay, so you can jump it there. So this might be a little bit too fat. Okay, and this is slightly thinner sound. It's all a matter of taste. And then you have another harmonized line, this. Okay? It's on strings 1 and 3 again, just like, it's called a motif, the harmonizing. Okay, so that's the motif I use to harmonize. It's a 6th harmony. I have a lesson for that if you like to learn how to solo with 6th harmonies. And you use strings 1 and 3, and you play 6 and 7, 5 and 5, 3 and 3, and then 1 and 2. Okay, that's it. And that's why it's preferable to play the B flat here, okay, with the bar on 6, E shape, because then you're still there instead of then you have to slide and just rush over. It makes almost no difference. You just have to cut the chord short by a millisecond. So again, your choice. Then you put on C7 sus4, which is 1 on the second string with 3, 3, and 3 on strings 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so it's 1, 3, 3, 3. Strings 2 to 5. And then C7, okay, leading us back to the beginning of the line, to F major 7. So, again, arpeggios, any way you see fit. Anything works here. Anything. I'll make it even simpler. See? Just a transition from a suspended chord to its unsuspended chord. Tension to no tension. Even though it's a 7th chord, but anyway. That's a new tension. That's the tension leading to the F. But again, I'm babbling theory babble, and I always try to keep the theory out of things as much as possible, because theory is boring. Let's just play. Then you have the F line again to the G minor over C. And we've gone over that enough. Then you do the second line again. And then you do the same F7 line, but when you finish on the D minor over A, you don't play it over A, you just play D minor. Okay, you play it with the D string this time. Instead of the 5th string, you play it on the D string. Okay, last time it was the 5th string, it was A, now it's the natural D bass, the D string. Then you have this again. Okay, 6, 5, 6 on the 2nd string and 5 on the E string. And you have 2 bass notes here. You have B flat and A. Okay, 6 on the E string and the open 5th string. Okay, 6 on the 6th, open 5th. And both of them are played along with the note on 6. Okay, on the 2nd string. So it's 6 with B flat, then 5, then 6 again with A. Okay, because this leads us to G minor 7. Okay, a bar on 3 again. This time you play strings 3, 4, and 6. So it's this. Right? It's basically just a cliche bass move, just going down the scale. But we have the open A string, so why not use it? Okay, instead of playing something more complex finger-wise. It'll produce the same result anyway. So again, 6, 5, 6 on the 2nd string. With the first 6, you play B flat. I play it with my thumb. You can play a finger, you can use another finger so you can exchange. And then with the 2nd 6, you play A. And then bar 3, 4, G minor 7. It's strings 3, 4, and 6, all on 3. Okay, just bar. And then you have... It's G minor over C again, so you're still barring, and this time you play strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. But you play 5 on the E string. Okay, so you have 5, 3, 3, and 3 on the 5th string. Then you have 6 on the E string, then you have 3 and 5. And you can harmonize with the same frets on the 3rd string. Okay, for the motif again. So we have... And then you can slide it down to F. And just put on an F chord and play string 1, 2, 3, and 6. So that was the verse, basically. Okay, so let's just go over it quickly before we start the chorus. So again, F major 7 to G minor over C. Then C7. F again. Then you bar for G minor over C. Then you have F7 here, okay, D7 shape on 5, okay, the harmonized line, and then D minor over A, then this line, this lick with D, then B flat, okay, then you have another harmonized line, C7 sus4, then C7 again. Then you play up to the F7, same thing. Then is the same D minor line, but without the A bass, so D bass instead. Then the same next line with B flat, A to G minor 7. Okay, simple arpeggio if you like. Then you have the G minor over C. Then F. Then the chorus. You bar for the 3rd fret again, G minor over C, and you play 6 on the 2nd string. Okay, and you play strings 2, 3, and 5. Okay, this is a very tensioned chord. Then you have 3, 5, 6 on the E string. So then you have this A minor, simple A minor chord. It's a bar on 5 up to the 3rd string, right? And you put 8 on the E string. So you have 8, 5, 5 with the open A bass. Okay, and fill it up with any arpeggio you choose to make. And then you have B flat. Now remember this with the thumb. I do the same thing here. Right? It's 6 and 7 on strings 2 and 3 with the thumb on 6. Because then, when I solo, I can stretch the chord note a little bit more instead of playing... unless you want to put the third finger here on the D string, okay, instead of on the 5th string. But again, it's kind of the same thing. Whichever is more comfortable for you. Okay, so it's the 6 and 7, strings 2 and 3, with 6 on the bass, either barred, okay, or with 3 different fingers, with 2 fingers here and the thumb. And then you have 8 on the 2nd string, then you slide it to 10, and play 10 on the E string. So you bar with your pinky for a moment, so. Okay, so. And then you have the same A minor. Then you have this. Right? It's B flat leading to A minor again, and starts out the same way, 6, 7, and 6 on strings 2, 3, and 6, then 8 on the 2nd string. Then it's 5, 6 on the E string, and then A minor again. And then it's still A minor, going down this time. Okay, it's 8, 6, 5 on the E string, 8 on the B string, and then it's D minor with 6 on the 2nd string. Okay, so you can put on 5, 6, and 7 on strings 1, 2, and 3. Just start with the 2nd string and then just arpeggiate it again, very, very simply. So, okay, any 3 notes will work. You can repeat the 2nd string, of course. Or even create an embellishment. Okay, 6, 8, 6, hammer on, pull off on the 2nd string. And then you have this. Right? It's 6, 8 on the 2nd string, 5 on the E string, and then 6 on the 2nd string again. And you play it with A. Right? So you had this. Okay, with A, with the 5th string. And then E flat. It's 8, 8, 8, and 6 on strings 2 to 5. Okay, you can put it on like this, but why not double bar? It's quicker, and we don't need the E string anyway, so we don't need to do this kind of stretch there. So just double bar, just 6 on the 5th string, and just bar with your 3rd finger on 8 on strings 2 to 4. So again, and then E flat, and then C7 again. You can guess where this is going, back to the verse. So that was the chorus, actually. G minor over C, right, and then A minor. Arpeggiate it any way you see fit. Then B flat with that slide, then A minor again. Then B flat again, A minor again, A minor still, D minor, or any way you want. Then the A bass with E flat, right? And then C7 again. Then you play the verse again. Now you can play the whole verse, or you can just cut it short, and when you reach the F7, you can go to the 2nd ending, the one with D minor, B flat, A, G minor, and then this. Now, after you reach that last F, you take your pinky off and play 1 on the D string. Okay, still with F. This makes it F7. So, okay. Now, what am I picking here? I'm playing the chord, just F, and then when I take the pinky off, I play strings 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, with this. Okay. Then I'm playing. Okay, I'm playing the chord, then the 3rd string, then strings 1 and 2, then the 3rd string again. Okay, chord, note, chord, note. Okay, then I do the same thing with D minor. Okay, or Just a very simple D minor arpeggio. Again, any simple arpeggio works here. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. F, F7, D minor. Right? Again, just keep it simple and do whatever comes natural to your fingers. You don't have to copy my style. Each of us have their own style, at least hopefully. And then you play this. Right? It's the same line as this. Right? But this time we need it soloed. So it's 5 on the E string, 8 on the B string, 5, 8 on the E string. And then, okay, with B flat, with 6 on the second string. Okay? So on the first 5 you play D, and then on the second 5 you play A, okay? And then you have B flat. So D, A, B flat, and then you have, okay, this. Okay, it's B A, B flat, A again. Okay, leading back to G minor 7. But if you're playing the whole chord, then you need to let it go. You need to play 6 on the second string, then 5 on the second, then 6 again with A. And then 5 on the E string, then back to G minor 7. Okay, exactly the same as before. Bar on 3 strings, 6, 4, and 3. But even if you do this, still have to let go. You can play the open E string instead of the 5, but then it creates a dirty chord. So there's no other way but letting go of it, because this note kind of dirtifies the B flat. So just bar it, simplest way. So, and then G minor 7. Then you have this again. Right? The same ending line, but instead of G minor over C, you play the G minor bass. That's it. Okay, so strings 1, 2, 3, and 6 this time, with 5, 6, 3, 5 on the E string, with C7 at the end there. Okay, you play, okay, just the 5, 6. Okay, with strings 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay, bar on 3, and you play 5, 6 on the E string. Then you put 5 on the second string, okay, for C7. So you play strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. It's 3, 5, 3, and 3 on the fifth string. So, and then 5 on the E string. So you put 5 with your third finger, and 5 on the E string with your pinky, and then F. And then you can either, okay, play the first line, or just arpeggiate a series of F embellishments, like I did in the demonstration. It's F, okay, just 3 on the E string, that becomes at 9. Then the open E string, which turns it into F major 7. Just make sure you're not playing the second string. So I play strings 1 and 3. So. And then I bar again for 1, then a 6 or a 13, okay, F13 with 3 on the second string, okay, then a flat 5, which is just dirtying up a bit. You don't have to do it, and then. Then 1 again on the second string, barring again. So it's 3, 0, 1 on the E string, then 3, 0, 1 on the B string. And then the open third string. Okay, so I left both the bar and the second finger. And again, I played the string that I want to embellish. Then I just play a second string, either the 4th or the 5th. I put back the 2 on the third string and lift the pinky. The bar is still off, so I have the open 4th string now, so this becomes F6. Okay. So, okay, this is the same note, this is D. So that's what I do. you don't have to do it. I just want to show you what I did. So again, F, 3 on the E string, 0, 1, 3 on the B string, open, 1, open third string, then leaving it open, taking the pinky off, putting 2 on the third, and just arpeggiating strings 6 to 3. And before you go practice this, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've got a ton of lessons here. Use the playlist to find your way around, and go download the tab. The link is below in the description, and it's for free. Everything is for free right here on Lick and Riffs. But if you want to give something back anyway, there's a yellow donation button, and there's also a Patreon page. You can find the link in the description below this video, right above the link to the tab. And any way you choose to support Lick and Riff, I'd be very, very grateful to you, and I thank you in advance for it. Everything goes right back into making your next lessons and into working on your guitar education. So thank you very much for watching. Go enjoy this. Have fun. Bye for now. I'll see you in the next lesson.